Picture this. A queen draped in shimmering silk walks the marbled halls of a palace. Her gown flows like water velvet, lace, gold threads stitched by hand. Every move rehearsed. Every glance measured. But behind that perfect mask lies a reality no portrait ever captured. Each month, her period isn't a private matter, it's a political event. Her cycle is public, monitored, and whispered across royal courts. A delay sparks rumors. A stain causes panic. Because her fertility decides dynasties. In the 17th and 18th centuries, a queen's womb was a matter of national concern. Doctors tracked her symptoms. Reports were sent to kings and diplomats in coded language. Was she pregnant? Had she miscarried? Was she sick? These weren't personal questions, they were reasons to pause treaties, cancel coronations, or shift alliances. Her biology had been nationalized. Now imagine managing all of this in a dress that weighed as much as a child. Corsets, hoops, petticoats, all layered in a structure of fashion. Cloth pads tied with ribbons had to be changed throughout the day. No elastic. No privacy. Every change required help from trusted attendants. And any visible stain, it could mean scandal or whispers of a miscarriage. She had to smile, stand tall, and never show discomfort. But she wasn't alone. Each queen had a loyal team of ladies-in-waiting, noble-born, sworn to secrecy. They washed cloths, changed garments, took notes, and passed silent messages to physicians. They were invisible but essential. Because knowledge of her period could shift the political balance of an empire. Even the cloths were symbols of status and surveillance, stitched from silk or linen, sometimes trimmed in gold. Once used, they weren't just washed, they were studied. Some doctors claimed they could detect illness or poison in the blood-soaked fabric, or even in the wash water. When bleeding stopped, the scrutiny only intensified. Internal exams were performed often painful, invasive, and without consent. Physicians sniffed cloths, probed bodies, and delivered diagnoses. Fertility was everything. If she wasn't with child, they demanded to know why immediately. Take Queen Catherine of Braganza, wife of England's Charles II. Month after month, year after year, she endured physical assessments, whispered accusations, and medical procedures more brutal than helpful. She was a queen, but her body belonged to everyone else. The treatments they offered were worse than the condition. Mercury tonics to stimulate the womb. They poisoned the nervous system instead. Lead powders to hide odor. Worn on the face, sprinkled on linens, absorbed into the body, quietly destroying reproductive function. Bloodletting. Yes, even during menstruation, they drew more blood, believing it would restore balance. Instead, it left women weak, vulnerable. Princess Charlotte of Wales, young, beloved, underwent years of these so-called treatments. She died in 1817. Many believe the medicine killed her more than the condition ever could. But even as their bodies were mistreated, their dignity was demanded. There were no sick days. Ceremonies still happened. Balls were still held. Gowns still had to be laced tight. Paintings still had to be posed. Smiles had to be worn. Behind the scenes, ladies-in-waiting made quick adjustments. Secret wardrobe changes. Silent hand signals when the queen needed help. But in public, no one could ever know. Some queens confided their pain. Duchess Elizabeth Charlotte of the Palatinate wrote letters describing how suffocating it was, how exhausting it felt to be examined, managed, and judged, like a vessel, not a woman. Her words echo what many others could never say aloud. And so the next time you admire a portrait of a queen flawless and composed, remember, beneath the jewels was a woman, beneath the silk was skin, and beneath the crown was pain. Not just physical pain, but the burden of silence, of duty, of being expected to carry both a nation and a secret every single month. This is the story that was never painted. But it's time we see it.